Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and today, as you can see on the screen, I want to talk about the Bayonetta situation with the voice actor. This has obviously blown up hugely in the last couple of days, as it should have. I want to just give some thoughts on it, and I want to go through this article with you. I mean, you probably know what's happened by now, but let's just go through this Nintendo Life. That's where we are. Thank you, Nintendo Life, for having this in one place. Let me just read bits of this if you are not caught up with it, and then I will add my thoughts to it, okay? So, on Saturday, we heard that, it says here, earlier this month, Platinum Games confirmed Helena, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Taylor would not be returning as the voice of Bayonetta in the third game due to various overlapping circumstances. Okay, well, it sounds like, you know, she's doing other jobs, whatever. In an update, the voice actor or actress has now directly responded to this, taking to social media to explain, as her own words, why she didn't voice the character for the third game. Now, the biggest thing here is about pay. So she says, or Nintendo Life, long story short, she was offered $4,000 to the whole game as a flat rate. And she considered that an insult, and the amount of time she took to work on her talent and everything she had given to the fans and series. She also claims the Bayonetta franchise made approximately $450 million, not including merchandise. Not sure if the series ever made that much, but I imagine it made a decent amount of money. But this is a franchise that has a very, very popular main character, and the voice actress, or Helena Taylor, you know, being the voice actress of Bayonetta, really makes that character. Like, she's fun designed character, but a lot of the dialogue gives her the attitude, makes her fun. So I can, you know. Anyway, so she said Taylor has asked about fans boycotting the game and then spending the money that they would have spent on the game on charity. And then she said, I was asking for a decent, dignified living wage. What they did was legal, but it was immoral. So she feels like she was significantly underpaid for that. And then in the second part of the video message, Taylor explains how she decided to stand up in solidarity with people all over the world who do not get paid properly for their talents, further stating how it is not acceptable, and also mentioning how she has been suffering from mental health issues, including depression and anxiety, which led to much darker thoughts. She may have breached an NDA agreement by the sounds of it. So there she goes. I am not afraid of the non-disclosure agreement. I can't even afford to run a car. What are they going to do? Take my clothes, good luck to them. Bayonetta always stands up for those with less power and stands up for what's right, and doing this, you stand with her. Taylor added some more context in the third part of her message, mentioning how she auditioned for the role and passed with flying colours. She was then sent the offer and instead decided to contact Hideki Kamiya, who is like one of the heads of Platinum, to apparently ask him what talent was worth, when she was, and that when she was offered $4,000 by the company, and this, in her words, is Platinum's response. Came out earlier this month. Platinum had the cheek to say I was busy, that they couldn't make it work, well, I had nothing but time. And then it goes on to say, in one final comment in the same segment, Taylor wished the new voice actor, who is Jennifer Hale, a bit of a veteran, all the joy in the world and all the jobs, but she said she had no right to step into the spotlight of Bayonetta. She also mentioned how Platinum would probably try and do a spin-off to advise fans not to buy the game. And she said, I created that voice. She has no right to sign merchandise as Bayonetta. They'll, Platinum Games, probably try and do a spin-off. Here are the videos. I am not going to play the videos. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. There's also, Kamiya put this tweet about saying sad and deplorable about the attitude of untruth. He is, it's translated, so that's all I can tell now. Honestly, it's kind of a weird situation, right? And it's seeing this, because right now we don't have the full context for everything that's going on. However, I will definitely say this: she was massively underpaid for a role. It sounds like voice actors in the gaming industry, and not just the gaming industry, are underpaid. Like, if she's doing a full game with a ton of dialogue, $4,000 for that work? Like, you got to think that, you know, it's a job that's going to take a lot of your. It obviously takes a lot of time. You know, you got to make sure you don't burn yourself out on your voice. All these kind of things. Like, you would think that for a game that's like the main character, at least. See, this is the thing. So she's doing the main character, so I feel like she should be getting and I could be completely off base here, but I feel like that's like a 10 grand job at this point in a game that's, you know, super expected to do well. People are excited for it. But honestly, it just kind of puts a whole sour point on the whole thing. It's really sad to see it. I don't, you know, people that are doing voice work in cartoons, in games, in anything like that, they should be paid well. You know, 4 grand is nothing for an entire game. When you think about it, that's like, you know, I don't know where she lives, but if she lives in the UK, it's not going to go very far. If especially if as a voice actor, your jobs might be quite intermittent. And I do feel bad for her. You know, this is a game that is, you know, basically lives and dies with her. You know, people are going to buy the 3rd game and enjoy Jennifer Hale's take on it. But, you know, I get it that she's incredibly bitter about the whole process. And I think Platinum and Nintendo need to be held accountable for this, and we need to know the full story of what's happened here. You know, what's the truth? Like, what was she a minor part in the game and they wanted a different voice actress? Because let's be honest, Jennifer Hale is going to cost Platinum and Nintendo way more money. That's somebody who's done tons and tons of stuff in the video game industry. You know, Metal Gear Solid, Mass Effect, big games, big games. So yeah, the whole thing's very odd, very odd. I gotta be honest, Hideki Kamiya seems like a bit of a dickhead. All the things I've heard about him, he just seems like he's just an asshole, which probably hasn't helped. And Platinum themselves have been in a dodgy situation for the longest time. They've not been putting out a lot of good games of late. This would probably be their best game in a long time. And now they've got bad press around it. I mean, you know, a lot of people are boycotting the game. And that brings me on to my thoughts on that. She asked that people boycott the game and then spend that money on charity. She didn't want the money herself, you know, fair enough. She wanted people to go and give it to charity. Now, I was really looking forward to Bayonetta 3. Like, I really wanted to play this game. I love the second game especially. I like the first game too, but the second game's really good. But it's kind of put me in a situation where it's like, I can wait. I can wait on this game. I can wait and see what happens if more information comes out, because there are other games coming out, other games that are going to take my time, and I was going to play something, you know, other things before. I was going to buy it, but I probably would have been into finishing up some other games that I'm currently doing at the moment. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see where this goes. You know, maybe I'll pick it up early next year, right? But I want to make it very clear, like, you know, if you choose to boycott, or you don't choose to boycott, that's your choice, right? You do you. Do the thing that you think is right for you. You know, I don't buy anything by Activision Blizzard. I barely buy anything by Ubisoft. I barely buy anything by EA. You know, companies that have clearly had significant issues. Right now, I'm like, do I want to support Platinum? Do I want to, you know, because I don't see it necessarily as a Nintendo thing, but like, even then, like, Nintendo are, they make some questionable decisions. And I know that, like, you know, if you really wanted to be ethical about every single game project, then you probably wouldn't buy anything by a AAA studio, realistically. I kind of wait and see how things are going. You know, I know that the Activision Blizzard thing was disgusting. Ubisoft didn't get much better. That was just as bad. But this is something that where I'm like, okay, I don't need this game. You know, and it also brings into the idea that you don't pre-order video games. Buy games once you have all the review, once you have all the information. Buy games when they come out. Don't pre-order them, because when you pre-order them, it shows companies, ooh, we're going to make a lot of money off this. And you're hearing a lot of people saying they're going to cancel their pre-orders for Bayonetta 3 now. But for me personally, I need to wait and see. I'm not going to buy it, not next week, the week after when it comes out. Like, I was going to buy it like day one, but I'm not now. You know, I can wait until X amount of time. Maybe I'll look at getting it in the new year. But as far as I'm concerned, this brings up so many problems, not just for Helena Taylor. You know, like, I feel like if this is all true, which, you know, is more likely you're going to trust one of the voice actors than a big company. But if this is all true, then it's hard, you know, it just shows that voice actors are not being paid well enough, and that kind of sucks. So, but I wanted you guys to know, like, how I feel about it. I was going to cover Bayonetta 3. I probably still will, but it isn't going to be this side of this year. At the earliest, it would be next year. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I may get it secondhand. You know, that way Nintendo doesn't gain, or Platinum doesn't get the money from it, which is, you know, up to me. If you want to boycott it, do that thing. If you don't, I hope you enjoy the game. And, you know, let's hope that this situation brings to light a lot of problems with the industry. You know, pay your voice actors, pay your staff, pay all people that are involved what they deserve, and don't lowball them. You know, give them the money they deserve. Anyway, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like the video, hit like. If you want to see more content like this, and hit subscribe. Links for Facebook will be down below in the description. And until next video, I'll see you then.